Hello everyone and welcome back to Arctic Retro, and today it's gonna be about the music on the Amiga. So what I have running here right now on my Amiga 500 is the Protracker software for making and playing music using the old mod format on the Amiga. So right now I am playing a module called Decadence. I don't know who made it or where it came from, but I found it online. The reason I want to show you this is because back in the day when I had an Amiga 500, I used to play around with this software a lot, and me and a friend, we made some music together. I can't brag about being a musical person, but yeah, it was kind of easy to make some simple tunes and play around with samples and make funny things with it. The Protracker I found on an old floppy and it still works, and I also connected my Gotek drive as the second drive to be able to load music from files I found online. I searched through all my old diskettes and I couldn't find a single one with modules on, so they are probably lost forever. So let's see now how it loads and how you load a song into the Protracker. So this disk contains several utilities, and yeah, it has Soundtracker Pro and both 1 and 1.1 and 2.5. So let's start number 8, the Protracker Pro 1.1. I said the Protracker, and the actual name I think is Soundtracker Pro, but sometimes it referred to as Protracker, and it actually says Protracker here in the graphics. So this is a quite unusual user interface. So now let me load the same song again, and you go to disk operation and change the directory. There is no easy way doing this, and then change to df1, and the directory I know is modules, and then you press load module. So now it actually is reading from my Gotek drive, and there is the song. Click on that. So now you can play it and you can edit it if you want to do so. As you might already know, the Amiga has 4 audio channels, 2 on each side of the stereo. And by combining samples and using effects on each sample, you could actually make pretty good music on the Amiga back in the day. Then press play. So now you see the tracks running here and each note that is played, and yeah, I'll come back to that in a minute. So you can choose between the spectrum analyzer and the quadrascope. It gives you a visual representation of the audio. So now I changed the disc, and this is a samples disc, so here's a lot of samples. So if you select this bass drum, for example, it's now loaded and you can actually start playing with that sample. Alright, that was running on the actual hardware, which I actually enjoyed the most. But now let's go over to the Amiga emulator in Windows and check it out there, because there we get some better sound quality and picture on the video. Alright, so here I am in the emulator on my Windows PC, and as you can see, it runs and plays just fine in Windows 11. Now there are a lot of versions and different variants of Soundtracker or Protracker out there, and the one I downloaded and run now is this one, Protracker V2.3, and I found it here on the Planet Emu site. And here's also some modules disk that I have downloaded, so that's what I played from. And to run Protracker in the Amiga emulator, I just added the floppy disk Protracker ADF file as DF0, and I also have a music modules disk as DF1. And if you want to learn more about how to use and configure the Amiga emulator WinUIA, then you should take a look at my video that I had a while back about that. So now I just start the emulator, and it will boot into the hard drive that I have configured, and we can start the Protracker from there. You see here, Protracker 2.3. And there's also some tracker ADF files out there that just boots directly into the Protracker or SoundTracker. Alright, so now we're in the Protracker here. Let's switch to full screen. And it's basically the same user interface as you saw on the other version that I run on my Amiga 500. So we want to load something from the floppy disk in DF1, press disk up, then change this to DF1, press load module, and there's a folder there called modules, and here are the module files. And just to explain what the module actually is, it is a song with the sample that it needs to play. You can also load just a song that is just the track with all the notes and the configuration of the song without the samples. But the module contains everything that the tracker program needs to play the song. So let's try this one, ScoopX. Alright, so modules actually came a long time before MP3 was invented, and if you want to download some old mod files, there are places you can do that. For example, this modarchive.org has a lot, and you can download or you can play directly. Let's play this one, for example. So if you download some mod files, you can actually play it on Windows PC using a lot of different programs. You can, for example, use Winamp, which is an old-timer on Windows, and I have loaded this Merry Christmas song, or Good Christmas Merry Jul. So you can play this in Winamp. This is a mod file. If you want to take a look at the different samples, you can go to Sampler here, and you see each of the samples, and you can switch between them by pressing these arrows here. And the samples are numbered, so you just go up and down, and then you can play a certain sample. So these are the samples that are used in this song. The numbers up here are the different channels, 1 to 4. So you can turn on and off each channel just to listen at a particular channel. Alright, so that was the basic functionality. Now let's take a look at how you can make a song. And I'm not a musical person, as I said, so I cannot play notes or anything, but just gonna show you how it works. So now we have loaded this module with the samples, and we can clear just a song, so we keep the samples and can use them in a new song. So now we have a new track here, and we are ready to record some notes, and I have this drum note. So if I press different keys on the keyboard, it plays different notes or octaves with that sample. So to start editing, I just click edit, and then we can wait a little bit before we start. And let's say we have a drum on every fourth place in the track. Oops. Okay, so then press stop, and we can play back this. You use the cursor keys to move in between each line of the track. I don't know the correct terms for using this, but yeah, you get the point. So let's play now. So that is the rhythm. Let's go to channel 2, and then we want to change the sample to something else. Let's place this drum right before the other drum. Click edit. That's channel number 2, playback. So that's a lot of drums. Let's move to channel 3. Let's find another sample. Okay, let's try this one. So let's start here with that sample. All right, and for the 4th channel, let's find another sample. I think our song is now complete, at least the first part of it. Let's play. Sorry about that. Anyway, you get the point, and yeah, besides just samples and notes, you can do all kinds of effects, and that is the numbers here. So I'm not going to go into detail about that, but you can change things like the length and yeah, some other sound filters and things like that. If you go into edit operations here, you have like mix and echo and different filters, upsampling, downsampling. You can change the volume up and down. So that is something that's beyond me. I can't even start to explain the different things, but if you're really into this and know how to produce music, you probably understand how these things work and can be used. All right, let's clear out that terrible song. Just a song, keep the samples. And another way you can make a song is to record it while you are playing or while the track is playing. So now I have this sample 1, the drum, and just hit record and start playing. So you saw the notes came in while I was recording. So each track has only 64 lines, and after you have reached the end, you can go to the next one by typing in 01 here. And you see that now track 01 is empty, and you can start recording on that track, or you can go back to 00. So this is a song with a little bit more complicated samples. As you hear, you can have fun with samples. Alright, that was kind of fun and a trip back down the memory lane for me, so it is amazing what you still remember. Yeah, I didn't do much reading or research on how to use this Protracker at all. Anyway, that was it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And a special thanks to my patrons. See you, bye bye.